Today is Thursday, the 21st of July 2016, and today's vlog is all about this little guy. This is a GoPro Hero 4 Silver Edition with the LCD screen built in on the back. I should also say that today's vlog is primarily aimed at my dad, so if you are not in fact my dad or somebody who owns a GoPro, then this vlog might not be for you and you might want to skip over this one and watch the next one. Otherwise, please feel free to continue watching. So what I should say is there are plenty of GoPro videos on YouTube that you can watch and give you tutorials on how to use them, what to shoot, how to edit, etc, etc. But I am getting constantly questioned by my dad about how he gets the footage off the GoPro onto the computer and organised where it goes and how he can import it into his package of choice for editing, which is iMovie. So I'm going to cover that in this video. So after no end of constant pestering from GoPro to download the new version of the importer, I updated last week I think it was, and that was the vlog where I spoke about being frustrated about my computer crashing several times. I'm putting this down to GoPro's software now. It seems to be causing the whole machine to crash whenever I've used it, so I had to uninstall it and reinstall it. Seems to be working okay if you're not running anything else too heavy at the same time, and I'm not a big fan of the new interface. It was nice and simple before, it did it automatically and launched GoPro Studio straight away. Got to get used to it. So how does it work? Okay, so what I've done here is I've plugged in the GoPro, it's launched the automatic importer and it showed me all of my added files from the last shoot that I did on my GoPro. So automatically in the corner here, it's going to show me that it's imported 589 files from the Hero 4 Silver, which sounds like a lot, but I did a night lapse here and those shots are done individually and combined to make a time lapse. So that's why it's so many. So once I've let it finish doing the import process, then I'm going to go and take these files and I'm going to put them into GoPro Studio to convert, so that when I put them into my editing software, I don't get any of that jerky movement and everything plays nice and smoothly. So all the files in recently added in all media will be listed by date. So you can see down here, I've got the 18th of July, I've got the 17th of July, it's all done by date, so you should know when you shot which footage. You can then select the footage that you want to import into GoPro Studio. You can go up here to the little icon that looks like a clapperboard. It says Open in Studio. I click Open in Studio. That will automatically launch GoPro Studio for me and bring in those clips. The clips that I chose in the last piece have all come into the import section in GoPro Studio, and now I'm ready to convert. So here's what happens when you import your videos from your GoPro using the GoPro Importer. The GoPro Importer will have a default location for your videos to go into. So I have mine set up here. I have a external hard drive that's 4 terabytes. In there I have a folder that's called GoPro Unconverted Files, and then when the importer brings those files in, it categorizes them by date. It then puts the camera name and each of those files in order in that folder. So for every day that you import, you will have the same file structure. These are all the unconverted files that the importer imports when you launch this application. So in order to set that default location where those files go back into the importer, click the cog settings icon in the top right hand corner, and that will tell you exactly where those files are going to go when it imports. So you can see 4 terabyte, the vlog, GoPro unconverted files. So every time you plug your camera in, it is going to import those files to that location. So I'm going to switch back to GoPro Studio. I've done the easy bit, which is importing the files from the GoPro onto the computer. and now I'm in Studio, I should have all the files on the left hand side that I wanted to convert so that they're ready for editing. Here's what I do when I'm ready to convert my files. If I've got everything down here on the left that I need and I'm ready to convert, I can click on those items, I can highlight them all. Down in the bottom left here, I can get some advanced settings, and that gives you the opportunity to fiddle around with what size the image is, the frame rate, whether you want to speed them up, what the quality is. So I always check the quality and just make sure that it's on high so that I've got the maximum quality out of the camera. So everything looks good there. Okay. Now this is the important bit. Where are your converted files going to go? A, I don't want them in the same place that I've got the unconverted files, and B, I want a logical place for them to be so that when I go to put them into my editing software, I know where I'm looking. This is where your converted files are going to live. So when you look for them later in your editing software, you know where they're going to be. So me personally, each day I shoot a set of videos, I will put them in their own day folder. So each set of videos shot on one day gets its own folder. So to change this location, you're going to go to Change Directory, which is just after the file path here. It's going to bring up your normal dialog box here, and then you're going to choose where exactly you want those files to go. So the way I've got it set up is that I have my GoPro unconverted files in one folder, and then I have a separate folder for all my converted vlog footage, and then I separate that by day. So if I'm doing a new day, I do a new folder for each day. Select that folder for that day, and that's where my files will go. So I'm going to cancel out of that because I've already done it for today. So once I've chosen my file location, I'm going to add these clips using this blue button here to the conversion list, which they'll spring into the right hand side, and then I'm going to hit convert, and that's going to start the conversion process. So the point I'm making is that you need to have a system. So the system I have is that I shoot every day. Therefore every day I import my footage, it's dated in the unconverted file. Then I have a converted file where I place a new folder and I put that day's converted footage into that numbered folder. So here's how it works. I have a folder called the vlog. I have each of these folders have a day number. So for instance, day 100 that I just reached yesterday was actually the 19th of July. So all the files that I shot on the 19th of July would go into day 100. They would be converted, and then this is where they would end up in here. So when I go to edit vlog 100, I know that I can go into just one folder and all my footage is grouped together in that one folder. Well, here's a simplified version of what I do. This is today. I shoot a bunch of videos on my GoPro and I import those by plugging my GoPro into the computer. Then my computer puts these files into my predetermined location by date. Then I select the files I want and I send them to GoPro Studio, and they go down into the left side where it says import. I check these files by highlighting both of them and checking that they are on the high quality scale. I choose a new location for them and name that day 101, and I send them to the right hand side to convert. I click on convert, and then all my files start appearing in my new folder 101, and I'm done. So I should point out that at one time I was shooting with my GoPro every day. I don't do that any longer because I normally use this SLR, but I still follow the same process. So if the 21st of July is day 101, then I still make a folder for 101 and save the footage into there. If I then don't shoot any more footage until day 130, then the next folder will be day 130 and the footage will go in there. The other question I get asked a lot is, why do I have to bother converting the footage? Don't ask me, ask GoPro. They have their own special codec that is built into the camera that allows the footage to play back nice and smooth on the camera, and in their software but when you put it into other things you can suffer some jerky movements until you actually export that video. It's really difficult to work with, and it's just much easier to do all the conversion up front, deal with the converted footage and then export from there. So that's what. The other thing I should point out is that I'm not a fan of this new system whereby it's showing you your recently added and giving you the option to share straight from that piece of software, because it's kind of blurring the lines between whether you need to convert before you edit or not. Obviously they're trying to get you to use more of their software than going out to third-party software like iMovie or Premiere Pro or Final Cut, but it's making it a bit more complicated in my opinion. Before you just had a small menu that came up, it showed you how long it was going to take to import, and once it was done it launched GoPro Studio automatically, and then all you had to do is make your new folder and convert your footage. It made it much simpler. Now it's kind of more complicated and it seems to be less stable than it was before. So maybe it'll improve because it's fairly new, but so far I'm not enjoying it as much as I did before. But I guess I'll just have to get used to it.